Hello everyone. So today also we are going to continue with the pronoun system that we were working on. So as you can see, we have made this pronoun system with some improvements. So now you can see the body is getting adapted to the slope of the ground underneath, and also if I try to crawl towards a wall, the character stops. So those are the improvements that I have already done, but still we have one other issue that we need to resolve. For example, if I stop in a place like this and go into the pronoun mode, you see the legs are inside the wall. So that's the issue I am going to resolve today. So what I am planning to do is, when the character goes into the pronoun mode, when we press Alt to go into pronoun mode, I'm gonna do 2 line traces to determine if there is enough space to go into the pronoun mode before the character change the stance. And if there is no space, then we will try to adjust the location and move the character to a location where the legs do not go inside a wall, both legs or head, or we will simply show a notification that can't prone here if there is no enough space to adjust the location. Right, so this is the input that I changed the character stance into prone. So I'll add a function can prone, and this should return a variable that says yes or no, and also adjusted location. The location, if we have to adjust the location of the character, we should return that location as well. Now here, as I said, we need to check if there is enough room to prone. So I'll do a line trace. Wait, not a line trace, we should do a sphere trace, because just making sure that one single line, there is enough space for one single line is not enough. There can be complex shapes around the player, so we need to consider there is enough space for the player's body. So sphere trace by channel, this is the one we should use. And first I will check the forward area. So for that, get actor location, and since we are going to prone, we should check the below the player's location. So to consider that, I might add around -30. This should be fine as the starting position, and the end position is in front of the player. Get actor forward vector, and how far we should check. I'll convert this to a float. The half height of the capsule is 90, so that's roughly the same for when the character is horizontal. So we might not need 90, but let me just use something like 60 and see, maybe 80. We can change the value and then add it to this start location. So that's the end. And debug type, I'll leave it for duration. So we need to do one trace in front of the character, and as I said, we need to do another trace behind the character. So the same thing, but instead of plus 80 should be minus 80. Right. Now before we do anything, let's just check if this is working, and we need to only do the check when the character goes into the pronoun mode. So here I'll call 𝐂𝐚𝐭, and let's just see how the traces are being. Oh, wait, didn't I set the radius? Yeah, I didn't. 30 because this is 35 the capsule size, so something like 30 should be enough for the character. Alright, okay, so the check is correct, but I think we should check lower. So 50. Yeah, that's better. And actually, let me check here. Okay. Right. So we do get the hits from, it should work for both sides, but let's check. Okay. Now, if we are blocked on both sides, that means this one and this one is true. That means we are blocked on both sides. In that case, we can't draw. So let's have a branch. If this is true, we should return with the false. That means we can't draw in that location. So here let's have, if this is false, if this is true, we can draw. If this is false, we can't draw. So we should simply return this function. And one more thing, we should have done that before setting font parameters. Not font. So let me adjust it, because we should not make any changes to the character movement speed or anything unless we are actually going to draw. So here, just for us, I'll add a print. We should have a nicer notification, but for now I'll add can't drawn or drawn blocked in red. I'll leave it for 10 seconds. Okay, so in a place like this, perhaps? No. Oh, wait. What happened? Oh, after we introduce this, that means sometimes even if we execute this branch in this flip-flop, there is no guarantee that we are going into the pronoun mode. So we have to get rid of this now, and in place of that we need to have a branch. So the branch would be, if we are proning, we should stand. If we are not proning, we should go into pronoun mode. So get the not boolean of proning. Yeah. Right, now I'll add a narrow location by something like this. And here pronoun blocked, but it shouldn't be blocked now. Why do I get pronoun blocked? I think alright, if this is false, we need to have a return. I had not added that. So for now, I'll just make it true, mark it as true for testing. So now we can pronoun in an unblocked area, and here also we can pronoun, but if the character is turned this way, we can't pronoun. See, we get the notification pronoun blocked, pronoun blocked, but this way we can. Right, now the next step is adjusting the location. So still we can pronoun here because it's only blocked in one side and we haven't determined adjusted location to prevent character going inside. So here, if this is true, that means character is blocked from front. We can get one of the blocked elements and break, get the hit location, and give an offset. So in this case, character should move backward. That means, well, we don't need to consider the location. We can just consider the distance from character to the hit point. And we need to put a distance between the hit point and the character at least 80 units. So let me add a subtract note here. 80. And the result of this is how much we should offset the character from the original location, how much we should push back the character from the original location. So get character location also get actor forward vector. We need to multiply this with this one. Then from the original location we need to subtract this. That's how far the character should be pushed back. And so in this case, this is what we need to return. And if this is false, let's have another branch. So here we need to consider if this one, that means the line trace, the spear trace that we do behind the character is blocked or not. If that is blocked, well, we have to do the same thing, but instead of subtraction we need to do an addition. So let me duplicate this part and get here. Return. We can go into from mode, but we need to have an offset. So as I said, these two should be added together, and that's the adjusted location. And if this is also not blocked, that means character is not blocked at all. So we can simply return with a true, and adjusted location is same as actor location. So get actor location. Right, now here how should we do this? Right, so here we have 0.6 delay. So let me use this. I'll get the capsule and do a move component to node, and in 0.6 seconds I'll push it to the adjusted location. So now we don't need this delay because it's happening in this moment. Do is in and is out, and we don't need to change the rotation. So this part is becoming messy. So yeah, as I said, I don't need to change the rotation, so get actor rotation. So we can keep the rotation without any change. Right, shall we test? Cool, see? Now the character moves back a little bit when we go into the Pronoun mode. And let's check from behind as well. It's really hard to get into a location like that. See, works great. No, it's not clear enough. How can we test that? Well, let me force the character. See, it adjusted the location. Cool. Okay, and that's all I want to do for today. So thanks for watching. As always, project files will be available for the download in the Patreon page. Link would be in the description below. And if you would like to support my work, you can get the membership of the Patreon Club. See you in another episode. Goodbye.